thanks so much, M132 Garelli. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and One Tagig fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu! It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Maharlika family, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say is to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
PFL season 25 to 26, brought to you live on PFL Facebook and YouTube pages. So it is match number 13. It is Don Bosco Garelli United against Maharlika FC.
Starting today, missed out on the previous encounter against Tuloy, as they did have their opportunities against Tuloy. Meanwhile, Maharlika, ang dami din nilang changes into the starting lineup. If they do want to be a top 6 team, which is their goal in this season, ito yung mga laro that they not only need to win, but they need to show that they are a level above.
Playing here at the left side, Maharlika. And a chance here. Aristo Renas taking that shot in, but just blocked it. Ooh, he's on through. Tanaka on the right side. Lacindo was there. Garelli now with a chance. Ooh, just couldn't feed jersey number 16, Robbie. But a chance here, takes it. Ristorenas, the captain, with the ball. Tries to feed it long, the right side. In the dangerous area. It's a goal! What a goal there. Out of nowhere. Fahmi Ibrahim.
For all of his struggles out on the wing, Ibrahim making the most important contribution to the match so far. It's a good pass from Lucindo. Giganto in the pocket, lovely ball.
Byung-suk has been very dangerous there on the attack front. Ibrahim just miscontrols that one, but still has it. Two Garelli players on him.
Too often.
And on the attacking front, Ibrahim tries to deliver it. Chima Osoko was there. Excited to see how Maharlika will perform throughout the season as they start off the kickoff here in the second half. Ibrahim, the taller players, curls it in. Michael Menzi, I think, was there. Direct shot. Beautiful save there. You can see Moon Hong a bit frustrated at that, but a chance here at the other side on the counter. Will he take it? Shot here. Takes it direct. Great save there.
A few more long balls.
Speaking of long balls, they did send another one, but will it find Uzoka? A chance here. Beautiful attempt there. Your minutes in to get accustomed to the game, but a chance here. Balobo out of his box.
Well, made contact with the ball here. Tried to catch it actually down the road.
Chance here! Balobo was there to save it. Danger not over. It does.
Now we get to see it on the quad vision replay. Take a look at the hand of number 3, Bumsok. Hello.
That was a controversial call, but it was very fast. But Maharlika here, a chance. Uzoka lays it out.
It's a completely different threat. After facing a battering,
we'll have the additional time raised here by the referee, but an opportunity here. Is it a goal?
Oh my goodness.
Look at that again. You know, just inches away.
All over the top. He's done well to control it. Oh, agony para sa Don Bosco Garelli United.
Great work there. Will he take it? He doesn't. Managodos. Menzi slides in. Crosses it in a dangerous area. Balobo out of his box. It is full time. Maharlika gets that 1-0 win against Don Bosco Garelli United. And thanks to the man on screen, Kenry Balobo, who's done a terrific job.
Before the whistle, before the warm-ups, coaches remind us to focus on the game, get the objective, get the 3 points. A win is a win. We just try to encourage our teammates, each one of us. If we don't get the objective, keep moving forward, get the next one, and we're lucky to get a 1 goal. A win is a win. We get the 3 points. Mission accomplished. It's fine. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Rizal Memorial Stadium for more football action as we kick off this triple header. My name is Vinny Vinculado, and joining me for today's commentary is Diego Cordero. Doon nilang bumawi into this match. Karoon sila ng draw. They lost against Dynamic Herb Cebu previously as well.
They fell off in 2026. They haven't had the most convincing performances, and they've lost a lot of their confidence, straightforward as it looks like on paper.
Definitely, Maharlika
6-1, so there's a psychological edge as well to Don Bosco's recent result.
That's it, Diego. Kickoff has started. Delivers it in. It's a goal! Beautiful golazo. I did not expect that to go in. Looked like it was a cross, but he just went straight at it. Beautiful, spectacular goal. Maharlika 1-0 against Don Bosco Garelli United.
Yeah, and what beats the goalkeeper here is the amount of curl that is in this pass. When the ball leaves his boot, it's going way wide.
Pancho Mahina takes his free kick in a dangerous area. Finds nobody. Oh! A penalty has been called. Oh my goodness, the drama does not end here, Diego.
Trip by Chowo Yuk. It's such an avoidable penalty because why you bring him down? He's going away from goal. Well, against Philippine Army, carbon copy almost. Cho clears the ball, but he brings down Katarinin, but I'm not too sure as well how
he equalized. Hits it, and it's a goal! 1-1. Okereke gets an equalizer for his team with his iconic celebration.
From absolutely nothing. All it came from was a free kick and then a penalty. You know what, Don Bosco, they will feel that they could have been behind by more in this half.
Or to even equalize to a team like Maharlika.
goalkeeper putting himself under pressure. It's the opener. Halike, will he take it? What a goal! Halike! And it's a goal. Bottom left corner. Opportunity for Philippine Army, and it is an equalizer. Fantastic goal. It's free on the right side, looking for the cross. Beto, and it's a goal for Want the Gig. Yoka takes it straight to the goal. First blood drawn. Could easily be pulled back, but here's Aristorenas, no offside. Aristorenas makes it two.
Mirback meets that one from Malunsoko. Shoots, and they double the lead.
Yamaguchi! What a hit!
There's an attacking chance, and the Aguilas slip it in.
One last time for the classification group of your 2025-2026 Philippines Football League. This is Maharlika FC taking on Don Bosco Garelli United in the last match of the classification group. This is Jamer De La Cruz alongside Glenn Casas. We've been set up for a great night after that 4-1 win by Tuloy FC over Valenzuela PB Mendiola. But here we are, last game of the season for the classification group.
And so far, it has already stepped up to our expectations, that it is breaking expectations. So hopefully, the last match of this classification round would prove to be just the same.
These two sides have been undefeated in the classification group. They're coming in quite strong in this final fixture of their group. As you can see, Maharlika FC will finish 7th in the league. Don Bosco Garelli United quite far off, 14-point difference. But there's no stopping Don Bosco Garelli United to pull off a last match surprise against Maharlika FC, because what's on the line here is who will remain undefeated in the classification round. And we've talked about both sides having 2 wins and a draw on their side. And we start off with their previous fixture. You have Maharlika FC holding a 3-0 record over Don Bosco Garelli on all of their matches. Their second round fixture was quite dominant for the side of Maharlika FC, winning 3-1. But the third round has proven really different for both sides out here, especially for Don Bosco Garelli, who's in the ascendancy in the classification group.
And so far, it really has stepped up to the plate, both of these teams, especially after the second round has concluded that, you know, there is definitely something to still play for right now. The improvement, the momentum, like what we've been saying from the first game, yung kung ano man ang results today, it would certainly start something before the start of the next season. And right now, a win, keeping the undefeated streak alive, it is something to look forward to for both of these teams. They've met 3 times so far. Maharlika has already won 3 overall in their lifetimes here, and so far Maharlika has taken all 3. So there is still something to play for when it comes to DB Garelli. They might be able to pull something off the bag tonight.
Well, with Maharlika FC winning their second round fixture over Don Bosco Garelli United, they have the momentum coming into this match against them. But it'll be, it'll be a different kind of scenario out here, because Don Bosco Garelli will be coming in with quite some reinforcement. But we look into Maharlika FC right now. What's the key for them to win? Is to shine bright like a diamond. And why do they have to shine bright like a diamond, Glenn?
Currently, with the squad that they have, maintaining that diamond formation inside that 4-1-4-1, they have this ability to take hold of that middle ground, keep those 4 players intact. If they move into one direction as a unit, overload the defense, then they might have a decent chance to give problems to whomever they are facing. And that's exactly what Maharlika might be looking for right now. The diamond formation, crowding the defense, making it difficult for defenses to react.
To give more color to that, shine bright like a diamond keys to win for Maharlika FC. In the starting lineups for them, you have the wings of Kim and Giganto to help out King Miyagi up front. You have Aristorenas as well alongside Park. And who are we watching out for this starting squad for Maharlika FC?
Well, for tonight, we will be watching the number 14. That is Jin Young Kim. Kim. Yes. And he's been a very explosive player down the wing, especially for this team. Whenever that the diamond formation would make an attack, he is one of those that can pick up the pieces, especially if he is in one of the critical spots to take a shot. And no doubt he is able to do it, do the critical passing needed. So he is someone to watch out for.
4 goals in the last 3 games. He's going to be a player to watch for Maharlika FC. But let's listen in to Coach Moon Hong of Maharlika.
It's been such a long season, and our team had ups and downs. And now we got to the final game of the season. I really wanted to say thanks to the boys for being who they are. And every moment they try their best, and we try to find what we tried to get. I know we fell a little bit short, but we haven't lost the game since we came into the classic. Since they divided into 2 groups. So I want to make sure we finish with a good win today. And I want to say thanks to the fans who watch the PFL, and I hope to see them next season again. Thank you.
That's Coach Moon Hong of Maharlika FC looking to close out the classification round on a high note. Meanwhile, you have Don Bosco Garelli United, who's in the ascendancy heading into this game. Also undefeated in the classification round, winning 8-1 over Philippine Army in their last fixture. You have Yuta Yamaguchi, who scored a hat-trick, as well as Solomon Okereke. But for them to win tonight against Maharlika FC, the key for them is to go on the wings of the attack, meaning make use of the likes of Jerome Barca in the wings. You also have Kai Kimura, who's been really instrumental in their 8-1 victory over Philippine Army FC, provided the goods for Yuta Yamaguchi and Solomon Okereke. Like what I said, they are on the ascendancy out here. They're building something great heading into the off-season, and that's something that they could build upon for their last game of the season.
Utilizing that 4-3-3, that's a tactic that they've actually started to find really good attacks in. And so far, like what you said, they have to carry on with the wings, the overlapping runs of the wingers, to be able to add to those numbers and keep the attack going on either flank, being able to change the direction in open spaces, force the defense off of position, and hopefully open up the avenues on the opposite side. Here is the lineup that you see right now with, well, pretty much not a lot of changes here, especially with whom they are putting up front.
Well, we have 4-3-3 for Don Bosco Garelli United, but the one that we are really looking out for is the player number 34 on the wings, which is Jerome Obarca. He has been a great talent coming out of the University of the East program, has scored 3 goals and have 4 assists in the entire season. If they are going to go through the wings, they have to go through Jerome Obarca or Kai Kimura on the other side. But on their last fixture, he's really instrumental in that win against Philippine Army. He also scored in that game. He helped out the likes of Yuta Yamaguchi and Solomon Okereke. So having him in the starting lineups in their final game of the season, you really have to look into this guy.
And at the same time, the attacking prowess that they have, the options that they do get when putting in people in the right spots on either flank, it does give a lot of headaches for the defenses, especially if they are able to pivot the game from one direction to another.
We look into Don Bosco Garelli United's final game of the season tactics through the voice of Coach Carl Claudio.
I gave them credit because of the hard work that they have done, the trainings, everything, especially the second round to the third round. So expect na this game is going to be, despite the last game of the season, it's going to be something really different. I completely different. These guys are hoping these guys are gonna perform their best as if this is a championship. So yeah, and kudos out to all these boys. So after the season, some of them are leaving. So good luck with their career in football.
Well, the coaches of Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United are done with their talking. It is time for their players to do the talking on the pitch as we go to the ground for the pre-match ceremonies of this final game of the classification round between Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United.
Let us welcome the teams of Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United.
One last battle for Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United in the 2025-2026 Philippines football season. The starting lineups are Kennedy Balobo for the goalkeeper for Maharlika, Bom Sok Kang, Yuya Kashiwabara, Nathan Arilio Raza, Eric Ben Giganto, Jorel Aristorenas, Jinyon Kim, Jayon Park, King Miyagi, Michael Menzi, and Yun Soo Park for the boys in blue and black. A lot to play for in this final fixture because the unbeaten record is up for grabs for these two sides. As we have a good look at our officials for this match, you have Chris Mel Kayabyab assisted by Relly Balila and J. Mark Kayabyab. Fourth official is Chris Mark Danyola, and our match commissioner is Mr. Joseph Guensaya. Don Bosco Garelli United looking to build on that massive 8-1 win against Philippine Army last time around, or in this last weekend, as they shape up with quite some changes to their starting lineups. You have Shotaro Ishii checking in, Matin Mochamrad is on the bench, you have Mel Katarinin, Michael Sims, Banjo Mahina, and Renante Bangi in the defense. You have Desmond Ngai in the midfield, who will be helped out by Yuta Yamaguchi and Kai Kimura. You have Jerome Abarca in the wings and Solomon Okereke up front. This is a massive fixture for both sides. Both teams would like to end their 2025-26 season on a high note, but only one can get that victory, or will both of them share the spoils for tonight?
And again, while the scores would no longer make any changes to the table this evening, there's still something to play for tonight, and that is pride. Because right now, this is the very last game of their season. And of course, like what we said earlier, this is the best time to give everything you have, because there is nothing to reserve your tank for anymore. Go all out tonight, boys.
One last time for Solomon Okereke and Don Bosco Garelli United, as well as Maharlika FC in the 2025-26 Philippines Football League. It's been quite a roller coaster for these two sides, but it's all about that unbeaten streak in this classification round. We are off for the final game of the classification group. Don Bosco Garelli United playing from right to left in their orange and black kits. Maharlika with their blue and black. And this is going to be an all-out battle between these two sides. Kennedy Balobo is the trusted man in between the sticks for Maharlika. Shotaro Ishii for Don Bosco. Maharlika playing out of 4-1-4-1, while Don Bosco would play out a 4-3-3 formation out here. So let's see how will those tactics play into their favor, as Park looking to win the ball against Sims. Now it's been taken away. Good tackle by the number 21, Jayon Park. It's cleared out for a throw-in.
Still at the early stages of this game, they are still trying to get a feel as to how the others would react if they put the balls in certain positions. And so far, there's still just the testing stage.
You have crafty players with Eric Giganto and Jorel Aristorenas for Maharlika. Giganto on the ball right now, through pass onto the right side. Mel Catarina with the great tackle, keeping the ball out of danger. Giganto to the middle for the number 14, Jinyon Kim, but it's been cleared out. Yamaguchi, who's had a hat-trick in the last game against Philippine Army, will look to combine once more with Kai Kimura on that right side. Long ball forward, looking for Okereke. That's going to be the play to watch for Don Bosco, but that's going to be offside for them.
And again, Yamaguchi is also very pivotal when it comes to the creative part, from getting that ball from the rear up into the front, just like what you've seen with the pass there. The vision required to find the player up front. Okereke was making the run. Yamaguchi was with the support. If you're able to cut him out early and consistently do so throughout the game, then there might be a chance that you could deny Don Bosco Garelli some opportunities of attack.
Well, it took a while for Okereke to figure out the offside trap of Philippine Army last time out, but might not be the same that Maharlika FC will employ here, because they have quite a strong back line. You have number 3, Bomsok Kang, out there spreading it forward for them. Yunso Park, long ball. Renante Bangi heads it away, out of danger. That's another figure that they would have to look into that back line. You have Michael Menzi, the brother of Odi from Kaya. So quite a figure at the back. You also have Nathan Rillo Raza. Those are the figure that Okereke will have to figure out in this game. Okereke with the ball from Michael Sims. Okereke goes down. Foul called against Maharlika. That was quite a tackle from the team captain, Giganto.
And such a big man that he took down with physicality. But of course, it is still a bit too early. But there is, of course, no shortage of being a bit more tougher.
So free kick for Don Bosco Garelli United. You have Yuta Yamaguchi to take this free kick for them. Good look at coach Carl Claudio, who has figured out the combinations for Don Bosco Garelli United. You have the combinations of Abarca and Okereke up front, but the free kick headed towards Okereke. Desmond Ngai, another long ball forward, looking for Abarca. Abarca gets a touch, Giganto takes it away for Maharlika. Okereke with a strike. Won't bother Kenry Balobo that time.
Great aggression coming from our player to watch there, Jerome Abarca, just winning that ball in a critical spot, getting that ball over to his striker. Still getting grips of how the defense would react when they get the ball.
Long ball forward here coming from Maharlika FC. They're trying to use this left or right side rather. King Miyagi couldn't get a touch, but it goes out for a throw. They take it quick. Kang, poor touch from the number 3, and it goes back to the side of Don Bosco. Feeling out stage right now for Maharlika and Don Bosco out here in the first 5 minutes of action. Desmond Ngai trying to bring it back for Michael Sims, who used to play for Maharlika FC and now on the other side of the field. Kenry Balobo playing more of a sweeper keeper out here. Clears it out for Rilio Raza. Good 1-2, Kang into the middle, but it's been taken back by Don Bosco. Agye goes down, foul called against Maharlika.
Really effective use of putting the right people in the middle, just to cut off the ball, get it into a space where it would be easy to make the challenge. So far, they are trying to implement that a little bit too high for Don Bosco.
Free kick, Mel Katarinin to take for Don Bosco, but Kai Kimura wouldn't give chase on that right side. It's a game of chess right now in the first 5 minutes between these two sides. As first one to move their bishops or their rook could open up the king in between the sticks. Menzi, take it back to Rilioraza. On to the right they go for Bomsok Kang. 1-2 not working. Abarca couldn't get that ball away. Kang moves forward for Maharlika. Again, the diamond shape of Maharlika right now, just trying to open up the gap in midfield where their players could slot in. King Miyagi trying to win it against Mel Katarinin, but he's called for a foul.
And also, Maharlika has really been utilizing the 5-man defense there, just pulling back the defensive mid alongside and keeping that tight watch over where Don Bosco might put the ball in.
Shotaro Ishii and Kenry Balobo hasn't been challenged yet in the first 6 minutes of action. But you have to be concerned because Jorel Restorenas is a bit quiet in the opening salvo of this game. He's quite a crafty player for Maharlika FC. If he gets his motor running, it's going to be dangerous. He sends a pass to the left side. Long ball forward, looking for the number 99, Yunso Park. Almost clear on goal. Park turns. Giganto takes a strike, Sims with a block. Handball, says the referee on the team captain of Maharlika.
Right now, Don Bosco is just simply reacting to what Maharlika is doing right now. And so far, they were able to thwart that attack. But again, it's getting a little bit dangerous for Don Bosco here.
Giganto almost on the clear on that challenge. Coach Moon Hong of Maharlika FC would love to see a couple more chances like that. Abarca couldn't get his head to the ball, but Okereke wins it back for Don Bosco. Giganto kicks it out for a throw.
Looks like Giganto may be man-marking Okereke there because he is exactly where Okereke would be, and so far has kept him at bay a little bit when he gets to that zone.
Desmond Ngai finds Michael Sims. They're trying to make that connection now. Abarca makes his way to the middle. Pass to the left side for Okereke, but Kenry Balobo clearing the ball out, but also got a contact from Okereke.
And this is typical maneuvering coming from Kenry Balobo. You know that being the sweeper keeper that he is, he loves to go charging. Let's have a look at the replay here. Abarca, great pass finding Okereke's run. And then there you go. 50-50 chance, but of course he's not going to take any chances there. Kenry Balobo slid into it.
If my view from that challenge from Okereke might have hit the boots of Balobo, who's still down on the ground. They say goalkeepers can be crazy, and Kenry Balobo is showing that by putting his body on the line.
I think that's one of the more dangerous positions here in football, where you really risk life and limb to just keep that goal out, only for you to find yourself in the next attack that you need to do the same.
Kenry Balobo will get some magic spray to get him through the night. Marami na tayo nakausap na PT about that magic spray, Glenn. What it does is patitigasin niya yung muscle na masakit for the rest of the evening, pero yung kinabukasan daw yung mas masakit.
Parang the cooling effect would make it feel a little bit numb. Pero yun nga, para lang amoy para ka lang naglagay ng omega na nanunuot.
Parang ganun nga yung feeling nun.
Usapang 30-ish.
Usapang nangangailangan ng ipinapahid sa katawan. But Kenry Balobo is okay. So that's good sign for Maharlika FC. Of course, Okereke, he's quite a good guy. He apologized as well on the contact. He knew there was a bit contact there because he really wanted that goal. It's going to be his 4th goal in 2 matches, if ever. Now he puts on the pressure on Michael Menzi. Rilio Raza is the option on the right. Rilio Raza looks up. Michael Sims against his former team. King Miyagi heads it for Maharlika, but a foul is called against King Miyagi. Ten minutes into this first half, Glenn. Both sides just trying to approach this game carefully.
And again, the approach that Don Bosco is doing is they are really just going for it through the wings, hoping that a long pass would be able to cut the defense in half. But the defensive discipline coming from Maharlika right now to keep their players, their defenders in line has been working for them.
Maharlika trying to make good use of the free kick that they've won. Michael Menzi has been solid at the back for Maharlika in this classification stage. Looking to do the same here in this last fixture of the season for them. Kang sends it forward. Agye putting his body on the line there. No foul given. Giganto sends it across. Oh, what a first touch from Jin Hyun Kim. Off to the cross as well. Shotaro Ishii rises to the occasion and gets the ball.
And that was really dangerous coming from Kim, just putting that ball into a lot of space. Great reaction from Ishii to get the ball first.
Abarca has been taken down by Rilio Raza, so a free kick for Don Bosco. Jayon Park thought Don Bosco's gonna take that quick, and he stopped that as well. Michael Sims with the free kick. Trying to send that to Kai Kimura on the right, but it was headed away by Kashiwabara. Bangi couldn't find the pass for Yuta Yamaguchi. Off to the counterattack, but Giganto has been covered well. Agye to the left side for Abarca. Looking for the cross. There was a touch from a Maharlika defender, and it goes back to Kenry Balobo.
And that's what's making Abarca a bit dangerous this evening, is the moment that he gets the ball, he doesn't stick around. He looks up, finds a pass, and that one almost got to its mark.
On the other side, Maharlika looking to go for that quick counter. Renante Bangi sends that away for a throw. Aristorenas looking to make his magic work. Here's Yunso Park. They take it back. Off they go with Aristorenas. They switch the play to the right side for the number 3, Byung-Sok Kang. Kang moving forward and looking for the options. Kang fakes. Couldn't take and takes it back. Again, stout defense from Don Bosco, not allowing an inch of space for Maharlika to slot in and find that opening. Oh, miscommunication here. Mel Katarinin was alert for it.
But so far, Maharlika has been given a lot of free rein to just go outside of position and find the passes themselves if they can't find an open player. And so far, it has allowed them to move into some dangerous opportunities.
Aurelio Raza now sending it forward for Byung-Suk Kang, who goes down. Fell to contact, and a flag is raised for a foul. That's bringing out the coaching staff of Maharlika FC here. Dennis Lucindo's not happy with that. Let's look at a quad vision replay of what happened there. Byung-Suk Kang was sandwiched by Mel Catarinin and Michael Sims.
And again, that was a bit of a professional foul you could see there because they really had to take that ball away from him. Sims even was wondering how it was called a foul after the whistle was blown.
So 15-minute action. Free kick after Byung-Suk Kang was taken down. Yunso Park to take this free kick for Maharlika. Quite dangerous in the set pieces. Let's see if they can make something out of this. Mel Catarinin with the first clearance. Bicycle kick. But that goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Had no other option to take that shot, Kim. He could have actually just taken a touch, but he thinks that there's not enough time to do that. Bicycle kick would have been a spectacular way to take a shot at goal in an unexpected angle.
Not challenging Shotaro Ishii in that bicycle kick from Jin Yoon Kim. They will ask for that chance to come back their side because Shotaro Ishii is not the tallest of the goalkeepers out here. Matin Machamrad is quite taller than him, but the cat-like reflexes of Shotaro Ishii should be the key for them here.
And a lot of goalkeepers in the PFL are not really in the tallest of ranges, but this is where you would see sweeper keepers, well-positioned keepers, and keepers who would really just bend leg and limb to just get to that ball.
Giganto finding the number 21, Jaehyun Park. They switch the play to the left side. 1-2 here from Kashiwabara. Back they go to Jaehyun Park. Sending it across and out for a throw-in. Maharlika pleading their case that it's still within play, but that already went out, says the linesman. Throw in for Don Bosco. Medyo lumamig dito sa RMS, considering that we're now at 7:15 or 7:18 p.m.
Still, summer evenings in the PFL and in the Philippines so far has been really hot.
Free kick called in favor of Maharlika as Abarca with a handball, I believe. Counter-attack. Jorel Aristorenas frees up Yunso Park on the right. Couldn't get that curler in. Agye sends it out for Michael Sims. Goes down. Foul called against Maharlika. Been getting a lot of foul calls right here. Mun Hong not happy with the earlier call.
And this is where Don Bosco is having some difficulties right now. They're not necessarily absorbing the attacks coming from Maharlika this evening. They are giving some spaces in awkward areas, but it's because Maharlika in their 4-1-4-1, they are able to give the extra man that little space, that little boost, and a little additional problem for the defense to deal with when it comes to marking.
Abarca trying to beat a problem in defense of Maharlika. It's been cleared out by Menzi. Giganto looking for that 1-2. Aristorenas receives it. Yamaguchi couldn't give chase as Jin Yoon Kim gets the ball for Maharlika. Giganto's pass towards the number 24, King Miyagi, was not on target. Agye, forward pass for Yamaguchi. Through ball looking for Kai Kimura on the right, but he couldn't beat the offside trap of Maharlika.
Well-timed movement there, especially because they were expecting the movement from Don Bosco down the wings. Movement by the defense to close it down, move forward, put the line up before he receives the ball. That was a brilliant move.
Maharlika and Don Bosco playing the long game out here. Giganto to Aristorenas. Try to leave it for a teammate, but nobody there. So Renante Bangi will keep that out for a throw. you've got to admire the patience of Don Bosco and Maharlika out here. They're not rushing things in terms of attack, but if you're Don Bosco, you want to take the game to Maharlika and rush things out because they're quite slow in defense. As Abarca trying to expose that, Yuta Yamaguchi, too strong of a pass for him to make use of. But going back to the point that Maharlika's backline is not really tracking back that quick, so it allows the runners like Okereke, Abarca, or even Yuta Yamaguchi to go on the counter.
Well, they are confident that their two center backs are able to track back in time and get into position before it gets more dangerous for Maharlika. But again, you have to have that counter ability to get through the wings and get the ball out before the supply happens. Because you're just inviting danger. But so far, despite the fact that they are letting Don Bosco get through the defenses, they are still able to absorb most of the blows so far. And they have been able to neutralize Jerome Abarca as well. Remember, once na nakuha niya yung bola, he goes for that pass immediately.
Now Yuta Yamaguchi looking to try from distance, but that goes out for a goal kick. Maharlika FC feeling that they've been hard done by that whistle. They thought that the foul was on Michael Sims, but turns out the foul was given against Byung-Sok Kang. The coaching staff of Maharlika is not happy. They will have to find that gap in the attack. King Miyagi in the wings. Sends a long ball forward, but nobody there for Maharlika. Shotaro Ishii, easy gathering for him. Nobody up front as well. So this has been one of the challenges for Shotaro Ishii and Don Bosco. The distribution of Shotaro Ishii is subpar, if we may say, from Matin's distribution.
Well, it is something that you would really find difficult in the PFL right now. Not all of the goalkeepers have the elite ability to find that pass and find that man. Parang most of the time, it's just more of clearing the ball, getting it as far away from their half as possible. But the very art of finding that pass, finding that man forward, it's still a skill in itself.
Yeah, and it converts a goalkeeper immediately to a winger or a midfielder. But a counterattack. Byung-Sok Kang on the free. Oh, couldn't find the target. Shotaro Ishii closing that angle down.
Wow, look at the movement there. And he was already... He could have taken it on himself there, Kang. He has plenty of space. There was nobody behind him. Look, he was already making that run, and there was nobody there to track him. He just oh, that last touch. The ball got away from him. He wanted to maneuver the ball over the keeper, but had a poor touch on the last part.
Coach Moon Hong thought that he's just going to curl it past Shotaro Ishii, but Ishii very wise to cut that angle and force Byung-Sok Kang to get out of his angle for the shot. Jerome Abarca wins it for Don Bosco. Desmond Ngai and Okereke. Desmond Ngai with a shot. Couldn't get that on target. End-to-end stuff right now between Don Bosco and Maharlika.
What a story that would be if it was Desmond Ngai who would be scoring the opening goal against his former club.
Michael Menzi was able to close out the gaps and cut the angles for Desmond Ngai, but a bit of miscommunication up front between Desmond Ngai and Solomon Okereke there on goal or towards the attack. So let's see if they can fix that. So far, 0-0 at the 23rd minute mark. Both sides not giving an inch. And again, this is the final game of the season for them. It's all about proving who's gonna finish the season unbeaten. Might just share the points, but you want to go out of the season with a win and an unbeaten record. As Yuta Yamaguchi receives the ball in midfield, they pass to Kai Kimura. That combination, Yuta Yamaguchi sending Kennedy Malobo the wrong way. And Don Bosco Garelli draws first blood through the boots of Yuta Yamaguchi.
And that was against the run of play. Maharlika has been absorbing most of the attacks coming from the Don Bosco squad, but that beautiful combination, the pass, the through, it broke the wall, it found the crack, and Yamaguchi made no mistake, just gets it over the keeper, way past Palomo's hands. Let's have a beautiful look at that run of play. Hopefully, we'd be able to capture it. Let's have a look. Look at that pass there. Waiting for it, waiting for the run. 1, 2, and there it goes. Just through the defense and sends Balobo the wrong way.
Look at this pass from Kai Kimura. Well calculated. Got the right weight to it. And the celebration of Don Bosco Garelli after they score the opening goal. Goal for the number 23 on the 23rd minute. Don Bosco Garelli United with a 1-0 advantage.
And credit to Kimura, who recognized that this would definitely be a continuous run coming from Yamaguchi. Perfectly timed as well.
Maharlika FC being forced by Don Bosco Garelli United to play that offside trap because you have Abarca and Solomon Okereke trying to run against them. But they have to learn from Philippine Army last time. They employed the offside trap, but they conceded 8 goals because of it.
Well, it could be a high-risk, high-reward factor here for Coach Moon, and it's certainly not rewarded their defense this evening.
Kang, blocked by Michael Sims. Jayon Park sends it forward. They go back. Again, applying the pressure is Don Bosco. Foul committed by the number 37, Kai Kimura, who's already had an assist in this game. You'd feel that this is going to be the story of the night, Glenn. It's going to be physical between these two sides. Park to Kang. Kang with a cross. Ishii couldn't get the punch, but couldn't get the header on target as well.
Really threatening stuff coming in. Again, it's Kim who is on that mark. You could find him making those movements, and like we said, he is lethal when you give him the chance, you give him the space. He makes the runs, and he loves to poach second opportunities. Really great stuff coming from Maharlika with that positive response.
They're trying to use Jinyon Kim's height, but he couldn't get that on target for them. So they have to go back to the drawing board to find the next attack. Ashotaro Ishii sends it out. Kai Kimura couldn't bring it down for Yuta Yamaguchi. But onto the left side they go. Player is fouled. That was Jinyon Kim. Was brought back by Renan Tebangi. You could hear Coach Moon down the touchline, not happy that Renan Tebangi was just given a telling off there, not a yellow card.
Yeah, the interesting part is in the encounters between these two teams, the last 3 games that they've had, there were 2 matches where Don Bosco scored 1 goal.
They are here again. Shotaro Ishii just covering well. But it was offside though for Michael Menzi. But you could feel Maharlika's coming close to that equalizer. They have to be worried now here, Don Bosco.
Yeah, this is certainly not a situation that they're unfamiliar with. And let's have a look at the movement there. Great movement from the line when they found the pass. Header, but that final tap in could have been, but it was offside, unfortunate.
Shotaro Ishii will clear his line again from a free kick. Maharlika will continue to put on the attack. Desmond Ngai sends it forward, but Okereke is being waved off by the referee. Chris Melkayabyab says, get up, there's no foul. Halfway point of the first half. Don Bosco Garelli with that 1-0 margin. Yuta Yamaguchi was the goal scorer, coming off an assist of Kai Kimura. They're trying to use that connection again. Desmond Ngai takes it from distance.
Ooh!
Oh, that was on target, Glenn.
From our angle there, it looks like it was going in. Just really awkward there, but that's also the danger. If you are a sweeper keeper, you love to take the advantage while you are high up the line, but that's also one of the weaknesses that you can have. You are exposing your rear so open.
Almost missing out there was Kendry Balobo, but good thing Desmond Ngai's attempt was wayward. Maharlika FC with a free kick after a foul from Desmond Ngai.
A lot of figures from the championship round in the building. I just saw Gokto Demiroglu in the building from Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. Kentaro Miyagi takes a strike. Mel Katarinen is there to cover, and Michael Sims cleans it up. Yomsok Kang once again. Forward touch. Abarca trying to exploit that. They send it forward again. Giganto. Aristorenas called for a foul. He brings Agie down.
Not a stranger to aggression there, Aristorenas, especially when your upbringing is with Philippine football, where there used to be a period where the fouls were lightly called, so to say.
Nowadays, that Aristorenas foul could be called a yellow. Back then, play on, says the referee. Now they send it forward here for Don Bosco, but headed away. Giganto goes down. Desmond Nga is called for a foul. Brought his boot up. He's getting a warning from the referee. That could be his final warning before he gets a card in this game.
Dangerous play to just expose the studs, and yeah, the referee was fair to give him the warning.
Other referees could have actually given a yellow card for that because it's studs up. At least, just a telling off. Desmond Ngai quite fortunate. He's not given his card there. Now a counterattack from Maharlika FC. They try to use that left side. On they go, Aristorenas. Still with the ball. Here's Maharlika, but now it goes to the side of Shotaro Ishii and Don Bosco. 30 minutes into this game. It's those kind of passes that have been wasteful for Maharlika so far.
And again, the diamond formation that we were kind of hoping that would overload the defenses isn't really pulling through. They are not putting a lot of personnel in key areas once they finally get themselves into the final attacking third. So far, it has not really opened up a lot.
Yeah, with the diamond formation up front, you would expect that they will string a couple of passes, a quick 1-2 in the middle, then they spread the ball in the wings, but it's not working for them yet. They will try to do so on this left side with Kashiwabara. Long ball in, Mel Katarinen heads it away. Kim gets it down. Michael Menzi being pressured on. Aristorenas. Ball's taken away from him. Good pass to Okereke. Okereke takes a strike from distance. Oh! Solomon Okereke with a screamer of a goal. That's how you score from distance. And this is how you celebrate a goal then.
And Okereke has always had his eye on that gap between Kenry Balobo and the goal. He knows that the keeper loves to soar up high, and he took advantage of it. Had the ball, take a look at the space, found that Kenry Balobo is where he's always standing, and took that shot from distance. Let's have a look at this again. And that was from an unfortunate miscued pass as well. Mistake after mistake. And Balobo was just too far.
What a lovely goal that is. Take another good look. An assist from Yuta Yamaguchi. And Okereke just knew he needed to take the strike. Quad vision replay shows how huge of a gap Kenry Balobo left. Into the live action, you could hear the oohs and ahs of the crowd as there was a chance on the other side for Maharlika. Just went over the crossbar. We couldn't get enough of that Okereke goal.
Well, this is a first for Don Bosco Garelli, scoring twice against an opponent that has beaten them all the time that they have faced. Could this be a change to that story tonight?
Barca looking to exploit the defense here. Trying to dance his way past the defender, but couldn't do so. Agie couldn't get the ball. Okereke takes it up. Goes back to the side of Maharlika. But see, this is the kind of mistake that Maharlika has to be concerned of, because they're letting Don Bosco Garelli United take the game away from them with those missed passes, miscommunication, could be dangerous for them. Yuta Yamaguchi moving forward once more for them. Yamaguchi sends it down for Okereke. Okereke switches the play to Desmond Ngai. He brings it down. Michael Menzi is there to cover. Desmond Ngai getting the ball. Now it's been taken back by Kim.
And you know, one of the, just to back up on that point, that Maharlika has been letting this game slip. It's the, like what we said, the offside trap is a high risk, high reward opportunity there. And Desmond Ngai, rather, that Okereke's opportunity from earlier was one of those where the high line was so high and he was able to exploit it with just moving within the line. Everything just stood into play. The space being left behind at the back, so exposed.
It's as if the back line's pulling Kenry Balobo forward as well. On the counter attack, Maharlika goes and a header, but that is sent wide by Jin Hyun Kim. We expect him to be on the score sheet, but he's having difficulties in finding the target.
And he is the man that they will look up to find those opportunities. Let's have a look at that play right there. Great run from the number 6, finding Kim. And Kim just heads it to just get it into the back of the net, but it never happened.
Kim sent that wide because Shotaro Ishii also cut the angles for him. This is what Shotaro Ishii's been good at. He's cutting the angles against the opponents or the forwards, and that's making it difficult for them to take a clear strike on goal.
And that's the thing here. Now the Japanese connection from Maharlika is starting to take shape, or rather the East Asian connection, and hopefully the experience between them could carry them through.
Kai Kimura couldn't get the cross in as the ball goes out of play for a throw. Maharlika FC with 10 minutes remaining in this first half, trailing by 2-0, one of which is going to be a contender for a goal of the season.
Well, if you could shoot a goal from that distance.
Felt nostalgic, Glenn. Both of us on call of that Paulo Bugas goal before. And it's kind of similar from Okereke. Renante Bangi now for Don Bosco, clearing the lines for them. Yuta Yamaguchi gets it back. Now here's Desmond Ngai, finding Jerome Barca on the left side, who sends it forward right away, looking for Kai Kimura on that right flank. But Michael Menzi will head that back to Kenry Balobo.
Unfortunate angle from Abarca's pass, just a bit too high. Still, they are really just doing well in finding those spaces, those passing really, really pristine.
Good tackle there from Kai Kimura as Maharlika looking to move forward once again with their team captain Eric Giganto, but couldn't find the pass. Michael Sims, who hasn't been challenged that much over the last 5 minutes on this left flank. Okereke caught offside once again.
High risk, high reward again. And like they said, looks like they will be sticking to what they know defensively. The two center backs are just going to have to time it better to get Okereke offside every time. But again, whenever the numbers increase for Don Bosco, especially in a 4-3-3 where they can send 3 people simultaneously, mahihirapan sa defense. Who are they going to base the line on?
We have Maharlika FC on the counter attack here. Kim on the left side, looking for that cross, finding Kintaro Miyagi, heads it down for Giganto. Oh, what a goal that is from the team captain himself. Pulls the goal back and giving hope to Maharlika FC.
Wow, what a beautiful goal there. Just waiting for that opportunity to strike. Eric Giganto was already in space there, just given a lot of opportunities to take that strike. And then he just had to take it that way as well. Beautifully volley. First time. Had no time to take a second touch and knows that he had to take the trigger. Let's have a look at it again. Ball floating high. Then beautifully floated to his direction.
King Miyagi played a false 9 there, just heading it down for Eric Giganto. We thought that Miyagi has been the first option, but he brought it down
for this majestic goal from a quad vision replay brought to you by Upstream Sports TV.
And again, you will not miss from those kinds of opportunities if you will take your time. It looks like he had that. He had his eyes on the ball all the way, Eric Giganto.
He knew that pass is going to come to his side, and he scored a wonder of a goal. What a game this has been. In a span of 5 minutes, Glenn, we have produced 2 goal of the season contenders. One from Okereke and the other one, a first-time volley from Eric Giganto.
Yeah, and considering the experience that Giganto has, PFL winner, Copa winner, you know that he's got the goods if ever you've given the opportunity.
So far, the team captain delivering for Maharlika FC. They have 6 minutes in the first half to get that equalizer if they want to. They switch the play to the left side. Kashiwabara. He will take it back to Michael Menzi. Yunso Park moving forward. Long ball looking for Giganto. Giganto stops. To the right side they go for the number 14, Jinyon Kim. Kang trying to help out, but it goes out. Corner for Maharlika FC.
And they are giving Kim a lot of room to move out, and now he's on the right side of this game as well. So again, it would be difficult to mark a man if he's not going to stay in one place.
Jorel Aristorenas, also one of the veterans here in the Philippines Football League, will take this corner for them. A chance to give his team goal scoring opportunity for the corner. It's been headed out. They go back to Aristorenas on the right. Looking for the cross. Mel Catarinin clears it out. Giganto. Long range shot. Good block. Player goes down. Agye with a strong challenge.
It looks like he acknowledges it as well. And you could already see the run coming from Giganto. I thought that was momentum carrying him, but looks like there was really a tough contact between him and his defender.
So this is going to be a free kick for Maharlika FC. Quite a dangerous spot to concede this free kick, especially that you have a goal scorer in front of you of Jinyon Kim.
Kim is already the top goal scorer for Maharlika, and I believe he has taken a goal from that distance before. This is range.
This is dangerous range for him. 4 goals in 3 matches. Let's see if he can get his 5th. Not that time. Ashotaro Ishii saves that easily.
Yeah, he was able to get the right accuracy there, but also he wasn't able to get it away from the keeper. Ishii just needed to plant his foot firm.
Kang looking to spread it forward. Mel Catarinin. Poor clearance, but he gets a foul as King Miyagi applied too much pressure for that. Less than 5 minutes remaining in this first half, Glenn. It's been end-to-end stuff over the last 5 and 10 minutes or so. But so far, Don Bosco Garelli holding that 2-1 advantage.
And again, this is the first time that they've scored more than 1 goal in this contest. So it is a welcome sight, especially because you know that there is signs that they're improving. And this is not to take anything away. Maharlika had a great second round, and they were showing signs that they were on the improvement. They narrowly missed the championship round. So if Don Bosco Garelli is able to show up and level Maharlika at this level of performance, then that could mean that there is something happening at the bottom half of this league and that they are catching up.
But they have a lot of catching up to do because they're still trailing by a goal in this game. So far in the last 5 minutes, everything has been working well for Maharlika. And if they could get that equalizer before they go to the halftime break, it could really turn this game around in the next 45 minutes.
Well, that is certainly one thing for them to look forward to as well. But they really need to get the adjustments going. The defense is able to absorb it, but you only need 1 or 2 great chances, just like what Don Bosco Garelli had found, in order to score a goal.
They're trying to make use of that diamond 4-1-4-1 now. Jorel Aristorenas asks for it up front. He heads it back, looking for King Miyagi, but he's not there behind him. Michael Sims couldn't connect with Jerome Abarca. So a throw in for Maharlika. We've talked about Aristorenas and King Miyagi. They're trying to interchange in that attacking mid-forward role, with Aristorenas playing more of a false nine for them. Now they send it to the left side for Kashiwabara. Aristorenas looks to pass for Giganto on the right. Giganto couldn't get past Michael Sims. Play continues. Not anymore. Foul called on Giganto.
Giganto was just trying to get his dribbling skills out there, trying to get away from Michael Sims. But Sims was just a tall tower there, preventing him from moving forward. Fair challenge, but again, in the end, he won the foul.
Sims taking his time. He's waiting for somebody to help him up. He can feel something in his legs, but he's back up. We'll continue in this game. Eric Giganto applying quite a pressure there on the number 18. Shotaro Ishii to take this free kick for Don Bosco Garelli United. Just a minute left was stoppage time. Jerome Abarca on the clear, but Kenry Balobo rises to the occasion and gets the ball away.
Really showing the same high risk, high reward mindset here. Kenry Balobo, sweeper keeper, moving up really early, gets the ball early in that tough situation as well.
2 minutes of added time here in the first half. King Miyagi and Jorel Aristorenas trying to combine on that left side. Couldn't connect. Goes out for a throw. Renante Bangi sends it forward for Yuta Yamaguchi, who is in the score sheet as well. Two of the players that had a hat-trick in the game against Philippine Army in the score sheet for Don Bosco. But it's getting quite dangerous as Maharlika FC mounting the pressure here. Kashiwabara to Aristorenas. Doesn't have the option on the right side. Kang helps out. 1-2 passing by Aristorenas and Kang. Foul committed by Okereke.
The last 5 minutes or so, looks like Maharlika has been trying to thread the right kind of passes to get themselves in the right spots. So far, Don Bosco was able to match them up, but again, they are gradually building this up. There could be some additional surprises before the end of the half.
Talking about surprises, free kick for Maharlika FC here. A chance for them to pull off that rabbit out of the hat before we end the first half. This could be the last attack for Maharlika in the first half. There's the free kick.
Ooh.
Inside the box, a chance. Oh, Miyagi, but a foul is called against Maharlika FC. It was close. Let's see what happened there. Giganto pleading his case.
Well, that's an offside flag as well. So even if there was no foul, that would have been offside as well.
Let's take a look at the replay, Glenn. Here's the free kick, the header.
Oh, yeah, you can see that. Yep, he was definitely offside there. He was way over the line. Kintaro Miyagi was waiting for that movement.
Had it not bounced towards Michael Menzi, King Miyagi could have been clear actually. But with that last touch from Michael Menzi, he was offside already on that play. Okereke got the ball, but halftime whistle. And it's been halftime after 45 minutes plus 2 here in the first half. Don Bosco Garelli United leading 2-1 thanks to goals from Yuta Yamaguchi and Solomon Okereke. Eric Giganto almost, or getting a goal as well, and trimming the lead down to 1. But as we head into halftime, Maharlika FC 1, Don Bosco Garelli United 2. We'll go into a break, and when we come back, it's the halftime stats, analysis, and highlights here, this final group stage or classification group match between Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United.
Yeah, thanks so much, L2 Garelli. See you next time in the pitch. Thank you so much.
If you're in the Philippines, come out, come support the league, support your local players, come support the foreigners.
Thank you for support Manila Tigers, and next time ulit, kung merong oras, punta kayo sa stadium. Thank you.
Thank you sa mga Mindiola, yung mga nanonood dyan, mga supporters, sa mga nanonood din sa YouTube.
Yeah, let them keep coming and supporting. We will make them proud.
Oh, thanks everyone and Wanta Geek fans and other things for coming and watching.
Sa lahat ng Kaya football fans, sana tuloy pa rin kayong sumuporta sa amin. Hindi lang sa Kaya fans, sana sa Philippine Football League dito, sana supportahan niyo po.
Tara, Cebu. It's amazing here. We have to keep coming, keep supporting every club, every supporter. We have to go together.
To all my Maharlika family, yeah, thank you for the continuous support, everyone.
To the fans, I think this result is just for them. I think they are coming up to support us. I think we are giving all the best that we can so that they can come a little bit more.
Thank you all for coming. Hope to see you next game. Thank you.
We cannot go without the fans. We will always be there for them, to make them happy, to score, to win, game week in, week out, so that they will be happy watching us and coming to the stadium. We want them to come out and support.
Hello, thank you for supporting Mindiola. Sana hindi kayo magsawang magsuporta sa amin. We train hard to get the last games.
All I can say to thank them for the support, the courage that they have been giving us, because they really believe in us, and we also have everything possible to give it back to them for what they deserve, and that is what we are trying to do. We always keep on fighting for them and give them the glory that they always want us to give them.
Enough, we stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast, yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice, the time of your life.
the last game of the classification round is proving to be a good watch out here as Maharlika FC trails by a goal to 2 against Don Bosco Garelli United. We've seen 2 worldies in a span of 6 minutes between Solomon Okereke and Eric Giganto, but take a look at the highlights of the first half here, Glenn.
And again, this is Don Bosco Garelli taking advantage of the openings that are being left behind by Maharlika through their high-risk, high-reward mentality, especially with the offside trap being implemented. They were able to catch them offside a few times, but there were opportunities, and you only need a handful of them in order to make your opponents pay. And that one was an opportunity there missed by Maharlika. Let's look at 1-2 passing here. This is where they broke the rules. They're not the rules, but the wall, the defense, and they got exactly what they were looking for. What a celebration that is to just get the first goal. And then this worldie out here, long distance shots, seeing the goalkeeper way out of his comfort zone after taking advantage of a mistake by the midfield. Balobo was too far. Okereke well placed to take that. Nicely done by the gentleman. And then not too far behind was this opportunity there. Kim almost had the opportunity to equal or to put it one to just a deficit, but this one right here, beautiful volley coming off of that header from Miyagi. And so far, this first half has been really electrifying for both sets of fans, because you've seen Don Bosco trying their hardest to find those little chinks in the armor, but then at the last part, especially that one that we almost thought would have been in, but was not only counted as a foul, but also offside. What a treat for the sets of fans here. Possession-wise, it is pretty almost even here, with just it slightly tipping to the side of Don Bosco with 51%. Number of shots, of course, has been coming through Maharlika, especially in the late surges of this first half. On target, you could say Maharlika had the better portion of it, but corners, only one of them has happened. So far, it has been a really physical game. Take a look at those fouls, Jay. 10 and 8. 18 fouls in total, and I think we already had a card.
It's quite a physical game here between Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United. Before we go into the changes at the half for both sides, we have a championship match or championship group matches this Wednesday, May 27th, 3:30 p.m. We have Stallion Laguna FC taking on Dynamic Herb Cebu. Then at 6:15 we have Aguilas Yumak FC taking on One Taguig FC, and the main event at 9 p.m. Kaya FC Iloilo against Manila Digger FC. 2 games that are going to be pivotal in the title race this year. That's something to watch for here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Talking about the changes, you have 2 for Don Bosco Garelli United as we kick things off in the second half. You have Martins Melgaco checking in for Desmond Ngay, and then you have Pape Malang Traore to replace Ebenezer Aguie. And then on the other side for Maharlika FC, Kenry Balobo checks out for Dini Watara. So one goalkeeper to the other. You've seen that Balobo's been holding quite a high line, so they have to rely on Dini Watara's smarts in defense to avoid those same mistakes in the second half.
Yeah, and with Watara behind or between the sticks right now, he is certainly the one that would plant his foot there and not really find himself in an awkward position. But he is also a bit of an offensive keeper. He does love to move up high as well. He does have that same mentality, but perhaps his athleticism and his ability to chase down would be the key.
Good pass forward. Good pass forward from Maharlika FC here, but Eric Giganto just couldn't get a touch in. Goes back to Ishii. Now Maharlika, a bit of a spring in their steps as they start the second half. They're trying to equalize in this second half here, or even get that win, because if they do, that will be their 4th straight victory in the lifetime that they face Don Bosco Garelli United. Melgaco in the thick of action right away, clearing that out of danger and in for a throw-in.
So far, Maharlika's game plan really has to make some adjustments when it comes to managing the defenses, because right now the goals that they have conceded came off of two very critical mistakes. And well, actually the first one was a really beautiful play, but the worldie that came from Okereke came out from a very critical mistake, and it was a midfielder mistake.
Midfield is the key for Maharlika FC to win in this game. We've talked about that many times in the first half. They haven't made a change in midfield, but they did change their goalkeepers. And Dini Watara's one to provide the goods from the back. So expect that he's going to send the long balls forward and find his teammates and compose the back line as well for Maharlika. And this next attack coming from Don Bosco. Melgaco tried to head it towards a teammate, but it goes straight to Michael Menzi. Kashiwabara sends it back to Watara. Quite dangerous there, but they find the number 14, Kim.
That was really close, really aggressive coming from their striker there to just hound the keeper.
Good 1-2 passing here, but it's been taken back by Traore. Kimura trying to keep that in play. That already went out for a throw. Kim will take this throw in for Maharlika. But he thought about it and finds Kashiwabara instead. Here's the throw, looking for King Miyagi. That goes over him. Mel Katarinin clears the lines for Don Bosco. Couldn't chase the ball was Solomon Okereke. Bit of an exchange as well with Michael Menzi after that collision. Dini Watara has been a journeyman here in the Philippines Football League. We've known him for his exploits in the previous team called Davao Aguilas, who's now Aguilas UMAC FC. Find his way back to Maharlika. Michael Menzi was able to clear the line out.
Well, he did manage it, but that was a near mistake from his as well with a poor first touch. But luckily, he was able to get the ball out of harm's way.
Aristorenas moving forward. Couldn't find that gap was Yunso Park. And Michael Sims looking up and looking for Okereke. Got the first bounce against Michael Menzi. Looking for the cross, nobody on the right side. Kai Kimura was quite deep for that cross. It will open up the space for Maharlika for a counter.
They were kind of expecting that there were at least two orange shirts inside the box, but right now there was just one at the time.
Even so, that one went a bit deep for that pass. Now moving forward is Kim. Yamaguchi against Kashiwabara. Kashiwabara wins it for Maharlika. Kim, who hasn't been a threat yet on goal for them other than that missed header. Through pass, looking for Kim. Cross is not going to make it to one of his teammates. Goes out for a goal kick.
And sometimes you can see that there's a kind of a barometer, an indicator if a team would be doing well in a certain player. And right now, Kim not being able to find his targets, do great passes into the box, as he normally does when it comes to other opponents. So far this evening, he has not been that effective yet. And that's exactly one of the things missing right now from this Maharlika team.
Okereke being hounded by two players in blue. Okereke couldn't keep it in play for Don Bosco. Now goes to the side of Rilioraza and Maharlika on the counter attack. Long ball forward, good threaded pass. Just too much for Eric Giganto. He couldn't put that foot out early.
And that's the same kind of tactic that they wanted to do, just get it to somebody, and that somebody was Eric Giganto. Great run from the player, finding that space right in the middle. Nobody there marking him. Fortunate with that touch.
Those kinds of incisive passes from midfield could really be dangerous in front of goal. Luckily that time for Ishii and Don Bosco. Eric Giganto's quite late for that effort. Now, Maharlika heads it out. Renante Bangi waiting for this throw. So far keeping this lead intact in the first 6 minutes of the second half. Park couldn't find a teammate. Counter attack. Here's Abarca threading the needle. Abarca goes down. Player is being called out by the referee. No foul, says the referee. Traore just couldn't find a teammate there.
In contrast, Abarca has been in great spaces and has been a real dangerman for his team. Just needed to key that last pass in. Number of defenders hounding the man.
Looks like a foul throw being called against Maharlika. Kai Kimura couldn't go for that quick throw in. Renante Bangi finds Kai Kimura on the right. Park applying the pressure, or Kim rather applying the pressure, and Kim wins the free kick.
Very timely, that free kick win. Kim was already being hounded with a lot of pressure coming from his from the attacker. Just trying to win the ball high. And Maharlika has been having a lot of control of the ball since the start of the half, but they've been giving a lot of dangerous opportunities for Don Bosco to get really deep.
If this game continues to be as close as it is, it's going to be a game of the benches, or how deep their benches are, because with Maharlika you have a couple more players that could step in for them. You have Nicholas Ferrer and Charlie Beaton to help out. You also have Dina Barley to help out in defense. Okereke looking to be on the clear, who will take a strike from distance, but it's not Kenry Baloba that time. Dini Watara is not that far off his line.
And the angle of that as well is lower than the earlier one, because that was definitely within the range of the keeper.
Mel Katarinin kicks that out. Traore couldn't clean up the clearance. Michael Sims sends it high. Aristorenas brings it down. Abarca is there. Foul committed by Maharlika. Jerome Abarca goes down on the ground. Okereke has been running and lurking behind that defensive line of Maharlika. It's quite dangerous because he has plenty of space to operate there.
That's pretty much the risky part of putting up a high line, is if you are able to pull the trap really well, you catch them offside every time. But that's in an ideal world. It's more difficult than that, especially if you're going to time it with a really agile player like Okereke.
Shotaro Ishii will have to clear this ball out of danger. Jerome Abarca trying to win the ball for the orange shirts. He's putting his body on the line and gets that in. Okereke has been freed up, but the offside flag is his enemy number one here in this game.
Yeah, and that one, the defensive line was able to position themselves really well. They didn't have to move because they already noticed Okereke was beyond them when the pass came in.
Okereke will have to time his run perfectly if he wants to break that offside trap.
So far, the movement coming from Maharlika on this side here. They are just looking for, probing for passing lanes here, looking for where they're going to put the ball in. And Kim, he is really positionless now in the middle of the pack.
He's been marked by Don Bosco. Renante Bangi will clear that ball out. Melgaco to start the counterattack for them. He has two options, but he won't use both of them. Okereke leaves that for Yamaguchi on the right. Counterattack for the boys in orange and black. Okereke thought about the pass, looking for the cross. Abarca is there, but offside once again. Thought he was on the clear.
Well, looks like the defense was really patient to just wait for him to get offside, or at least in a position where they can move forward.
So far, the offside trap is working in the second half for Maharlika. To be fair, they haven't scored, or Don Bosco hasn't scored from close range after that goal from Yamaguchi. And it's been the same for Maharlika, but they are on the counterattack. Aristorenas trying to operate. A pass for King Miyagi, but he was offside there.
Yeah, and that was really offside at the time that the pass was made. I think Miyagi was just waiting for that ball, just didn't see that he was already beyond the last defender.
Almost a goal-scoring opportunity for King Miyagi, but was denied by the offside flag. Ishii will send it forward, but out for a throw in.
And again, like you said earlier, it's really the delivery coming from Ishii that's been a difficult part. He can't really make those long passes to split the defense in half out of nowhere.
Ball goes out again, throw in for Maharlika. The pace of the game has died down a bit since the start of the second half. Both teams just probing carefully to get that next goal. Park on the right. It's past Abarca. Goes down. Foul committed by Abarca. It's going to be a free kick for Maharlika FC. Player is down. I believe that's Michael Sims, who will need some medical attention here from our physio.
And not the first time this evening that he is on the ground. Sims has been the recipient of some really tough knocks this evening.
It's been ruthless on the side of Michael Sims, but he's trying to fight through the pain. But question is, can he continue after this offing?
Well, that's the second application of the magic spray. Numb down the pain and hopefully get him through the last 45. Well, we're just less than 45 now.
Dini Watara, quite high out of his line, but he can do that because the ball is on the side of Maharlika. We're already at the business end of the Philippines Football League. Classification group ends today, and the full-time whistle. Championship group will have 2 more match days, one on Wednesday and another one on Saturday. So 2 more match days to watch out for. Maharlika with the free kick. Okereke clears it out. Aristorenas with the first touch. It takes a strike, but sends it wide off the left post. Could have taken that first time, though.
And Aristorenas was unguarded as well. He just made that run out of random. There was no one marking him. Look at that. Real unfortunate clearance there from Katarinin, who was doing well with the clearances. Aristorenas gets that ball, found no one marking that man, and just took a shot.
We're hearing some substitutions here for Maharlika FC. We'll confirm that later on. But I love the calendar of the Philippines Football League now because we're in the business end, same as all the other European leagues. We're talking about the Premier League.
Yep.
Already ending today.
Correct.
Congratulations to our friends who's supporting Arsenal. Maybe you could support West Ham to stay afloat.
Well, you can be sure that they won't be supporting Spurs, that's for sure.
We have the Philippines Football League in its business end, and like what we said, even in the game between Tuloy and Mendiola earlier on, these teams in the classification group has improved a lot, and they are going to build on this one heading into the off-season. Meanwhile, the championship group, they could not rest. The title race is still on with One Taguig and Manila Digger FC tied on points.
And there is still potential to take this all the way to the last day if the stars align and everything plays right.
Looking to align the stars is Eric Giganto for Maharlika.
Oh.
A chance, but couldn't convert from close range was Jinyon Kim.
Oh no.
Again, what an effort from Shotaro Ishii to force them out.
Well, let's have a look at that run of play there. You could see Giganto was already through the line, had to take control of the ball, wait for the running of Kim. Great pass to him, but Kim just couldn't convert. He was being hounded by 2 defenders. Bangi just making it hard for him to even pull the trigger.
That's the substitution that's been waiting in the wings for Maharlika. That's Byom Seok Kang checking out for the number 77, Woo Yuk Cho. So it's going to be a corner for Maharlika. Kashiwabara takes it short. Back to the number 6, across.
Ooh.
Offside is going to be called on Kashiwabara.
And that was a really smart play right there. Had Kashiwabara stayed onside, just waited for the right time to go over the line. And then you would think that because he was coming from that left side, he would have better vision as to where the final defender would be.
Shotaro Ishii, again, in the thick of action here for Don Bosco Garelli United, has been the recipient of a lot of attacks from Maharlika, but credit where it's due. He's holding off real well. Okereke right now for Yuta Yamaguchi. Good pressure there from the number 14, Kim. Ball goes out. Throw in for Maharlika. Stoppage in play. Referee says it's throw in for Don Bosco. And here's another substitution. This time it's going to be for Don Bosco Garelli United. Player number 18, Michael Sims, will be checked out. He's going to be replaced by a dynamo of defender in Kevin Bacon. As Michael Sims run out of gas for tonight, a worthy replacement comes in for Makevit Bacon out here.
Really good spot to start an attack here for Don Bosco.
Okereke is down. Kim trying to hold off the defense. Now the 1-2 passing is clicking for Maharlika. They've been good at it here at the back, but not really good moving forward. Something should change for them. Cho with the ball for Maharlika. Cho again on that right side. Coach Moon Hong down the touchline, showing how things should be done by his team as they still trail by 2-1. Kim sending it forward for Kashiwabara. Renante Bangi covering him well. Back they go to Kim. To the middle now for the number 21, Park. They go back. The defensive line of Don Bosco Garelli not showing their chinks in the armor yet.
But so far, it really has been quite difficult for Don Bosco to find any openings to convincingly shoot a goal so far. Well, meanwhile, Maharlika has had a couple of decent chances already, just unfortunate with the conversion.
He almost came close on that right side with Cho, but Makevit Bacon with a great tackle to clear that danger out. Michael Menzi will take it back to Dini Watara. He's being hounded by Kai Kimura. There is an option on the right. On the turn was Yunso Park. Aristorenas. 1-2 passing here for Maharlika. But Don Bosco really defending well. Okereke stops and thinking about the next move for Don Bosco. He was asking Abarca to move forward as he's already figuring out that through pass. But Dini Watara just clears that out. Yuta Yamaguchi looking to take that quick because Dini Watara's out of his line. But they don't make use of it.
That was unfortunate there. You could see the initiative coming from him already. Otara was out, really out of his position.
So Makevit Bacon will step up for this throw-in. On the field, there are two proud products of the Far Eastern University football program. You have Michael Menzi with Maharlika and Makevit Bacon from Don Bosco. Again, the pipeline is there. Chance now for Abarca and Don Bosco. Trying to wriggle his way past. That was Melgaco, actually. Show on the counter-attack. Couldn't get past Makevit Bacon once again.
And the resilience coming from Don Bosco to just keep that away. And again, they really just wanted to win that ball inside that box, keep that possession, but they couldn't pull the trigger. That's the difficult part. It's like they can't find themselves in a position where they receive the ball facing the goal.
Katarinin was able to take that ball away from Maharlika, but it'll go back to the side of the boys in blue. On the counterattack, Eric Giganto couldn't poke that through to Kashiwabara. Yuta Yamaguchi missing the touch. Naristorenas has been all over the place here in midfield, trying to find where he really suits in for Maharlika. Menzi. Aurelio Raza. They go to the right side for Cho against Bacon. Cho looking for the pass for Kim, but Katarinin telegraphed that pass. Now he will clear the lines for Don Bosco.
So far, Don Bosco has had the harder part of trying to break through the Maharlika defense. Meanwhile, Maharlika has already gotten through a few times, unsuccessfully converting, but so far, the momentum is riding with the team in blue right now.
And it's been a great second half so far for Maharlika in terms of possession. And they have a chance here. Giganto, one-on-one against the keeper, gets it across. And that is the equalizer, ladies and gentlemen, coming from King Miyagi.
Wow, what a reversal of roles here from this goal scorer to the assist giver. And he's given it back. Balikan lang din with that goal from King Miyagi. Such a beautiful passage of play, my friend. You saw him just holding up. The defense was on Giganto really hard. Let's have a look at the replay here. Great pass. Giganto on his lonesome. Had to hold up the ball. Defense came in. Wow.
Another good look of the pass. Giganto breaking the offside trap of Don Bosco Garelli and finding King Miyagi for the goal. Open net for the number 24, and we are back on level terms in the 68th minute of the game.
Well, we are in the business end of things, and this is certainly business being dealt by both of these clubs. Neither wants to share a point, neither wants to lose 3 points.
We actually talked to the team manager of Don Bosco Garelli United at the half, Mr. Prakash Shandiramani. He talked about this game being the championship game of the classification group. And it's proving that now with 2-2 between Maharlika and Don Bosco Garelli United.
And it hasn't been an easy climb for either of these teams, but right now it's crunch time.
Cho on the right side takes a shot. What a goal! Against the run of play. Wo Yuk Cho, the substitute, puts them ahead of Don Bosco Garelli United in a span of just a minute. And they're taunting Don Bosco Garelli United now.
What a turnaround here. And again, Cho was just there waiting for an opportune moment to receive that ball. When he does, he just took that shot. And this certainly has put them in the lead, the driver's seat. Wow, it's quite a build-up there. We weren't expecting that.
Coaching staff has been called for a yellow card because he was taunting the side of Don Bosco. But let's take a look at this goal again, Glenn.
Well, Kim's delivery there, finally finding somebody who is not being hounded by a lot of players. They were closing in on Cho after receiving that pass. Kim finding his teammate. Great first touch. And then the shot. Unstoppable right there.
It's the back line of Don Bosco that has been blamed there. That's the yellow card because the staff or coaching staff of Maharlika has taunted the side of Don Bosco Garelli United. So it's 3-2 here with Wo Yuk Chung giving that advantage for the boys in blue and black.
Wow, what a turnaround this game has been. And it's really complete with a lot. Surprising first goals, second goal, and now the turnaround. What else could be? What else would make it better? Another equalizer, perhaps.
But so far, in this game, that winning streak over Don Bosco Garelli is still alive for Maharlika FC as they lead 3-2, and they are on the counter-attack. Eric Giganto looking for that spectacular shot, but not gonna get that on target. As Shotaro Ishii holds on to it. He misjudged the shot from Wo Yuk Cho, and even the defense gave him plenty of time to get his eyes on the goal and get that strike on target.
And now Maharlika is doing defensively well as well. Because we've been noticing that Okereke has been the lurking man trying to find a way to break through. But so far, he hasn't really been able to break through the lines successfully.
And now Don Bosco having a hard time moving forward. Renante Bangi sends it up for Okereke, beating the offside flag. Okereke, good tackle once again from Michael Menzi, and he loved that. He really loved that tackle to the point that he's risking a yellow card here for taunting Solomon Okereke.
He was celebrating that tackle as if it was a goal. And look at the referee. I think he wanted to flash a card. He got a card.
Yellow card on Michael Menzi for excessive celebration on the tackle on Okereke.
But I mean, look at it here. Okereke was free, but of course, he never gave up on his run. And he has given it to him with that sliding tackle.
That is the yellow card. He celebrated that much to the point that he risked getting in the books, and he surely did. 72 minutes in this game. We will have another change, Glenn. Another goalkeeping change, but this time it'll be on the side of Don Bosco. Here's the chance for them on the corner. Player goes down, a foot is out. Referee says play on. Joe on the counterattack for Maharlika FC. 2 against 4 here. Mel Catarinin wins it for Don Bosco. Sliding tackle from Aristorenas. He recognizes that we will have the substitution here. Shotaro Ishii is checking out. He will be replaced by Reynold Reaso.
And you know, Catarinin has been a dynamo of a defender, sliding tackles here and there. And let's have a look at this attempt right here. Trying to head it away, nobody there to receive it. Ooh.
Another good look on the challenge from Aristorenas. Oh, that was... There was something there between Kimura and Aristorenas.
Yeah.
The referee was closer to the action and he waved off the foul.
Well, judging from the POV from both the linesman and the referee, they might not be in the best spot to see it. We have the advantage of a replay. That's how we're able to come to a conclusion. It's much more difficult than that when you're on the ground.
They have to call it real time. Split-second decision-making for our referees, Chris Mel Kayabyab, Relly Balila, and J. Mark Kayabyab here in this game. So they really have to call those well. Abarca now with the ball for Don Bosco. Abarca on that left side. Couldn't get the cross. Solomon Okereke sends that wide off the right post, but there was a touch. There was a touch, Glenn. It's going to be a corner for Don Bosco.
And Abarca just really willing himself into that spot. Takes the ball. Didn't give up. The pass too. Nicely done, but now a corner.
Last quarter of the match here. Could be in for a thriller. We're 3-2 now. Not far off. We are 2-2. Watara couldn't get a touch. Abarca's shot off target. Ball bouncing inside the box. People scrambling inside the box as well. But it's going to be a throw in for Maharlika.
And while Abarca didn't really nail that volley there, it did keep the run of play on that side. Unfortunate that the last touch came from another Don Bosco player.
Both coaches on the edge of their technical area. Moon Hong is happy that they finally got the lead. Coach Carl Claudio figuring out how they could level this match. Jinyon Kim takes it back to Michael Menzi. Kashiwabara sends it forward for Aristorenas. They go back to the number 6. On towards Park, who sends it over for a throw-in. Okereke now up front for Don Bosco. Couldn't find the pass for Abarca. Trying to combine on that left flank. Woyuk Cho, the goal scorer, goes all the way back to Jayon Park. Michael Menzi. He's being hounded by 2 players in orange.
Don Bosco employing a more higher pressing there just to force an error, hopefully, from the Maharlika squad, who's also pushing forward.
Kim couldn't get past the defense. Yamaguchi got his head to it and finds Kai Kimura. Now a long ball forward. Abarca's on the clear against Dini Watara. He goes down. Play continues. No, it's going to be a foul. Dini Watara is going to be carded, and he gets a red.
Oh my goodness.
He gets a red card. Drama at the Rizal Memorial's football stadium, ladies and gentlemen.
This truly is the championship match of this stage. The drama could not be written any better. 77 minutes in, they lead 1 goal, but that late touch from a charging Dini Watara. Let's have a look at it again. The last man to beat opted to go through the side, but didn't touch any of the ball, touched everything of the player.
Another look here, Glenn. Abarca really wanted to get that goal. There was a contact with Dini Watara, but look at that effort from Abarca to stay on the balance, but just couldn't do it. But a red card for Dini Watara. Now, what will Maharlika do in the final 13 minutes of play or 12 minutes of play? Because Dini Watara is checking out. Okereke is trying to usher him out because of that red card. They have substituted their goalkeeper in Kenry Balobo, but they have another one in Shane Salino. Question is, will they use Salino as their backup goalkeeper here, or will they use an infield player? And by the looks of it, their team captain, Michael Menzi, who, by the way, Glenn, used to play as a goalkeeper for FEU Tamaraos in his playing days.
Interesting. But let me just take it back to Abarca's run earlier. You know, a lot of players love to play and to get the whistle. And Abarca was not taking any chances because he hasn't heard the whistle yet. He just wanted to get himself up in the event that it never goes his way. But it did.
Yeah, he was trying to play the advantage there, but with the foul called on Dini Watara, you have Michael Menzi, an infield player for Maharlika FC, stepping in as their goalkeeper. He used to play as a goalkeeper for FEU, but we go back to this one. Abarca was charging forward. Dini Watara caught all of Abarca there. And you can see Abarca, he wanted to get back on his foot, but he just couldn't do so because gravity is his main enemy there. Dini Watara got his marching orders. It's time for Michael Menzi. It's time for Michael Menzi to turn the clock back to his playing days in FEU. In his first 2 or 3 years, I believe, with the Tamaraos, he played in between the sticks. And on towards his final 2 years, I believe, with FEU, he played as a center back, which is the position that he's playing with Maharlika before the red card.
Well, speaking of turning back the clock, it is an opportunity for Don Bosco to turn the game back into the balance here. An opportunity with a one-man advantage.
So 10 minutes. Yuta Yamaguchi, who has a knack for goal from this range, will take the free kick for Don Bosco Garelli United. Crowd here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in anticipation of this free kick. Yamaguchi will go straight, and Michael Menzi with a save. I told you, he used to play between the sticks and he got that first test pass.
Well, they were certainly looking to test him because they know that as long as it's on target, there's a chance. Menzi just did everything right. He's tracked the ball, positioned himself well, timed the jump. Well-placed hands.
But Michael Menzi will have a corner to manage here. Yuta Yamaguchi just scaling the defensive line of Maharlika. You have Kai Kimura, Solomon Okereke, Melgaco, and Traore to target. Looks like Okereke is going to pounce on the rebound if he can.
Substitution for Maharlika. Player number 24, King Miyagi, is replaced by player number 17,
King Miyagi, one of the goal scorers, have checked out. Ivan Owano checks in for Maharlika, one of the other experienced players in the Philippines Football League. Will look to get them across. Yamaguchi with the corner. Okereke giving chase. Aristorenas is there to cover him out. Abarca against Cho. Will not pass, but he retains the ball for Don Bosco. Still with Abarca. Abarca. Giganto with the clearance, but couldn't clean it. Now finally away for a throw. Yunso Park cleans up the effort of Giganto.
From the looks of the play here, tactics is just out the window now. It's throw everything but the kitchen sink for Don Bosco.
For Maharlika, it's all about clearing the ball out of danger as much as they can. Traore couldn't get a touch. Cho. Ball goes back to the side of Don Bosco. They have a throw in. Fans of Don Bosco Garelli United egging them on to get their equalizer. 8 minutes remaining in this match plus stoppage time. Bangi to the right side for Kai Kimura, who already has an assist to his name. Kimura looking for the cross, but that already is going out for a goal kick.
Very difficult ask, especially if there were two defenders marking your tail. Couldn't really do much about that, but still had to try.
There are fans in the comment section asking, is this the championship game? If you're looking at the bottom half of the league standings, yes it is. And they're proving that because of the drama that we have here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium.
So the asterisk is the championship game of the classification round.
Traore heads it out. Okereke against Kim. They take it back to Menzi. Two players putting on the pressure. But Menzi was able to clear that out. Makevit back on. Everybody's offside for Don Bosco. Nobody onside for them.
So eager everybody to just get in position and attack.
We thought that the game between Tuloy and Mendiola has provided us the entertainment for this afternoon. They've proven us wrong again.
Looks like the entertainment for the evening is just as better, if not more.
Just like some of the fans in the comment section, they're calling this as the game of the week. Okereke, pass to Yamaguchi. Couldn't get there on time. Player goes down. That was Owano. Traore brings it back to Mel Katarinin. Not the pass he was looking for. Cho giving it forward for Owano. Reaso being forced to commit, and he clears it out of bounds for a throw.
I think that's the first action the substitute keeper has put in today for Don Bosco.
Both keepers really being called into action here in this match. We have 5 minutes left, but Maharlika FC down by a man, up by a goal. Don Bosco, they have this game to lose if we're just looking at on paper because of the number of man available for them. Traore clears it out of danger. Abarca gets it down for Yamaguchi. On the passing, they're trying to make it work. Kimura sends it forward. Player goes down. Foul called against Maharlika. Another card coming out. That'll be for the number 6, Kashiwabara.
Physicality of this game has definitely reached this boiling point now. With one man at the with one team with a one-man disadvantage, and now they have to rely on strategically putting the fouls in.
Player still down for Maharlika. This is not the time that you want injuries to be a problem for your side because you're already down by a man.
Confirmation of that yellow card there for Abarca.
We'll have to confirm what the yellow card was all about. I believe it was about complaining. So it will still be a free kick for Don Bosco. Ore look to send this forward. Okereke couldn't get his head to it. Trying to get a touch. Yamaguchi. Mora's not there. Giganto to help out in defense. Now Maharlika clearing out. Owano. Now here's Jayon Park combining with Cho, the one who provided them this lead. They're trying to keep it intact with 3 minutes remaining on the clock. Aristorenas. Mel Catarinin will cover for Don Bosco and he will clear out the danger.
Reliable as ever, that Catarinin. He is really just taking the challenges. And so far, he has been really pivotal to keeping this game in the balance for Don Bosco. It has been some opportunities from Maharlika this second half that almost got away.
Maharlika with a throw themselves. Looking to get that insurance goal. Owano. Blocked by Traore. But it will be a throw in deep into the side of Don Bosco. Maharlika couldn't find that gap on the right side. Stout defense on that right part of the field for Don Bosco. They will have to take it back. The time is on the side of Maharlika here. Kim sends it forward for Cho. Cho still with the ball. Maneuvering his way forward. Good pass. Aristorenas is on the clear. Couldn't take a strike. Mel Catarinin with the block. Scramble inside the box. They couldn't clear the lines. Finally, they will. Yamaguchi trying to give chase. Okereke applying the pressure. Michael Menzi to spread it wide for Maharlika.
Where is that extra man advantage? We've been looking for it, but that last play from Maharlika, it's like 11v11 there. No extra man needed.
Still feels like Maharlika's playing with 11 man on the field. Now Kevin Bacon heads it away. Mel Catarinin to help out. Bacon, back heel pass to Traore. Yamaguchi's all over the place here. Traore goes down. Play continues for a throw. Down to the final 30 seconds. We'll wait for how many minutes will be added on. You can feel the tension here inside the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Everybody quiet right now. It's trying to wait for the next attack. Here's the throw in. Okereke has been called for a foul. So here's the board, Glenn. How many minutes are going to be added on? 7 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Enough time, if you ask me, to get an equalizer. Enough time as well for Maharlika to get themselves an insurance goal in this game.
But also a lot of end-to-end football still remains, especially for us neutral fans, just waiting to see how this would pan out.
And in the offing, we'll have a couple of substitutions for both sides. You can see Charlie Beaton shaping up for Maharlika. Foul called against the blue shirts. Seven minutes left to play. Yamaguchi takes it back to Melgaco. Now they try to move forward, but it's been blocked by Cho. Owano back to Cho. Counter-attack on that right side. Again, it still feels that Maharlika is playing with 11 men on the field. And Cho trying to exploit that. But it's been cleared away. Only as far as Aristorenas, though.
The main difference right now is that Maharlika has not been wasteful with the passes that they have. They are really just finding the right man to put the pass to, and they eventually do. There's just a lot of passing room.
Renan Tebangi sends it forward, looking for Abarca on that left side. He keeps that in play. The tackle from the number 99, Yunso Park, just making sure he wouldn't turn and go for the attack. Kevin Bacon trying to send that forward for Kai Kimura. Michael Menzi was there and ready for it.
This is such an opportunity for Don Bosco, but there was just a lot of wastage there. Just like that last opportunity that they had, going with that long pass rather than just finding a way to thread the ball. There's plenty of space given that there's an extra man missing from Maharlika, but so far they haven't been using it to their advantage. They're still playing as if they can't find a way through to get the pass into the middle or the final attacking third.
They will try to find that advantage with Mincap Kim checking in for Kai Kimura for Don Bosco. And on the other side for Maharlika, you have Daniel Opong checking in for Yuya Kashiwabara. And Charlie Beaton will be replacing the injured team captain, Eric Giganto. Again, we're talking about Maharlika FC getting that 3 wins over Don Bosco Garelli United in their lifetime. Could be win number 4 for them if they get this across. We are in for a very crucial 4 minutes here between Don Bosco Garelli United and Maharlika FC.
Right now, as long as Maharlika can stay positive and still threaten the other side, then I think mentality-wise, they can keep the scoreline. If Don Bosco can find a way not to be wasteful in possession, they might be able to start upping up the pressure, but there's just not a lot of time.
Ariasa will have to restart for Don Bosco. Maharlika FC still with that 3-2 advantage, but Don Bosco now with Okereke. Try to send it forward, looking for Yuta Yamaguchi, but they head it all the way back to Michael Menzi. Time's running out for Don Bosco to get that equalizer. They have 3 minutes to work with. The header for the number 25 goes back to Katarinin, and now Don Bosco still unable to move forward.
It's like the final pass. They keep the ball on the ground on the way to the final attacking third, but there they want to try to be a bit creative, put it in the air. In the end, they just lose it.
Here's a foul called on Mel Katarinin as Cho goes down on the ground and Katarinin gets a yellow card.
Hasn't put a foot wrong too much this game, Katarinin, but of course, with the pressure going high and the stakes getting higher, you could see that he really just wanted to get a tackle in and prevent Cho from getting into dangerous spots.
Fourth official out here, Chris Magnañola, having a word with Coach Moon Hong and the coaching staff or the bench of Maharlika FC. Feel like should have been a different card brandished on Katarinin. We have 90 seconds remaining in this game. Maharlika with a free kick themselves, a chance to put this game to bed. Bit of a free kick routine there. Now they're gonna try to waste the time on that left side. Don Bosco was able to take it back. Okereke has been tackled by Cho. Free kick once again for Don Bosco.
So far, I thought they were about to get away, but they just weren't decisive enough in getting themselves into a good spot. Kung kailan nandito sa likod lahat ng Maharlika players. That's the time they try to pass it on the ground and not look for that exquisite pass forward.
Here's the last chance for Don Bosco to move forward as we're down to the final 30 seconds of the game. Ivan Awano sends it forward, clearing the lines. One final attack could be for Don Bosco. Traore sent that forward, looking for his teammates. Michael Menzi holds on to the ball. Could this be it? Menzi sends that out. Mahinay couldn't get ahead to it. Chance here for an insurance goal, but it's been blocked. Charlie Beaton couldn't get that on target. In a corner for Maharlika.
Wow, what an opportunity to close this down. They just need to not be wasteful here. They might even end up with an insurance goal in this critical spot, but right here is where you want to be. You're already past the allotted stoppage time and you have a corner.
Last play of the season for Maharlika FC and Don Bosco Garelli United. Here's the corner routine. They are just going to take that all the way to the corner flag. Ball goes out. Another corner is going to be called here for Maharlika. They're going to waste precious seconds there. That should be it.
Yeah, Chris Melkeviab has just allowed the play to keep going and going here.
That is it. We came into this game with both teams undefeated in the classification group. Maharlika FC goes out as the winner of the battle of the undefeated in the third round of the Philippines Football League 2025-26 season for both sides. And they keep their unbeaten streak against Don Bosco Garelli United. Carl Claudio in disbelief. Maharlika FC winning this game by 3-2. Wo Yuk Chong was the difference, and he gave all 3 points for the side of Coach Moon Hong and Maharlika FC. As we wrap up the classification group, we would like to thank you all for catching the action here at the 2025-26 Philippines Football League. Once again, full-time score, Maharlika FC 3, Don Bosco Garelli United 2. Thank you so much and have a great night.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Our man of the match this evening, Eric Giganto. How are you doing, sir?
So good. Praise God, praise God. Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, you were trailing 2 goals down bago natapos yung first half. The mentality must have been different. Anong ginawa mo to keep the team going?
I think I just motivated them. We have a lot of chances in the first half. And I don't want to end the season with a loss. So yeah, we prayed. I asked God that be the favor with us. And he did. He's amazing. Praise him.
Wow, and you've been really one of the key players there. Your involvement has been what really pulled the team through? What was going through your head after scoring the equalizer?
Actually, it's my last game of the season. I'm hanging my boots, everything. This is for me. I don't want to end to lose this game. So I said to the coaches, I want to play. I want to put my best on this last game because obviously, yeah, this is the last for me and for my football career. So
wow,
thank you for that.
revelations, sir. Thank you so much for letting us know. Pero, well, since this is gonna be your last game, probably your last on the mic, what is your message to everyone out there?
Keep believing. If you believe is a word that you need to work every day in your life, every day in your career, and let God handle everything. Praise Him. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Braso ang puhunan mo sa bawat segundong huminga. Pruweba to na ika'y uubra. Ang puso iyong pakinggan. Pangalan mo kanilang tinitilian. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin. Matalo man o magwagi, di tayo uuwing sawi. Diretso lang ang tingin, di kanila kayang ibagin.
Huge pass for the goalkeeper, putting himself under pressure. It's the opener. Halike, will he take it? What a goal! Halike! And it's a goal. Bottom left corner. Opportunity for Philippine Army, and it is an equalizer. Fantastic goal. It's free on the right side, looking for the cross. Beto, and it's a goal for Want the Gig. Yoka takes it straight to the goal. First blood drawn. Could easily be pulled back, but here's Aristorenas, no offside. Aristorenas makes it two.
Mirbach needs that one from Malunsoko. Shoots, and they double the lead.
Yamaguchi! What a hit!
There's an attacking chance, and the Aguilas slip it in.
Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. Hey there, what you drinking? Two shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.